Hello, my name is Brandan Davies. I'm a criminal defense lawyer based out of Overland Park, Kansas. In this series of videos, we're talking a little bit about the criminal defense process. And in this particular video, I'm going to answer some questions about restitution. Now, how restitution comes up is if a person has been convicted of a crime or they pled guilty to a crime, there's been a finding of guilt, that they somehow violated the law, but someone was injured. And that doesn't have to mean injured like a physical injury, it could be a financial injury. Like for example, a theft charge. Or another example would be like a battery charge. Somewhere in which a person actually receives some sort of monetary harm or some sort of harm that can be repaid monetarily. And perhaps the best example of this is a theft case. In a theft case, person A takes something that doesn't belong to them from person B and then gets rid of that property. Well, person B is then out the amount of money to replace that property. So this is where restitution comes in. A victim will then ask the court after there's been a finding of guilt, say, court, will you make me whole again? Will you order the person who committed the crime to pay restitution to me? Make me whole for the loss that I've incurred because of their acts. Now, some things that come up with restitution pretty commonly is sometimes the restitution amount or the loss to the victim is a large loss. And sometimes the person that committed the act or the crime does not have the ability to pay. So the rule in Kansas is that restitution will be ordered. There's an exception to that rule is if the restitution amount is unworkable. Now what that means is taking into consideration the financial status of the person that has been convicted of the crime, do they really have an ability to pay back the victim of the crime? Now this is on the defense to assert this claim to the court and ask for a finding that the restitution will be unworkable. Now, an example of this would be if a person was injured and then the defendant was going to jail for a long time and they have no real earning capacity while in jail. Then the court might consider that whatever restitution amount, maybe it's derived from the victim's actual physical loss. Maybe it's a medical bill or something like that. But that medical bill is so high that the person that is going to jail, the defendant, might have really no possible way of ever paying it back. If your defense lawyer asserts that, the court may make a finding that the restitution amount is unworkable and simply either lower the amount or get rid of the amount altogether. If you've been charged with a crime and you're facing some amount of restitution that may be exorbitant or you may have trouble repaying it, you need to sit down with a competent criminal defense lawyer and help go over your options. If you need help, feel free to contact my office.